Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video, we will discuss 25 Angular interview questions and answers. All these questions are asked in the recent interviews. So if you are preparing for any Angular interview, then make sure to watch this video till the end. So let's start question number 1. What is Angular? So Angular is a complete framework, whereas RxJS is a library. It provides everything you need to write an entire application out of the box. And it also provides features like dependency injection, routing, forms, modules, etc. Question no. 2. What is the difference between Angular and Angular? JS, the major difference between them is that Angular JS is based on JavaScript, whereas Angular is based on TypeScript. Angular also has a better performance because it uses on-push change detection strategy. And also Angular has dependency injection at compile time as well as runtime, whereas Angular JS only supports runtime dependency injection. Question no. 3. What is a component in Angular? A component is a class that contains the data, i.e., the component's properties, logic, i.e., the component's methods, and the template, i.e., the component's view, which determines what data should be displayed in that component. Every component has a selector, an input, and an output. Question number 4. What is a module in Angular? In Angular, an application is divided into many parts, and each part is handled by a module. A module is a container that holds components, services, directives, pipes, and other metadata that can be used in your application. We have 3 types of modules in Angular, and those are the core module, the common module, and the app module. Question number 5. What is dependency injection in Angular? Dependency injection is a design pattern that allows you to inject your dependencies into a class through its constructor. It allows you to separate the creation of objects from their usage. And it is a very important feature of Angular. Question number 6. What is a service in Angular? A service is a class that contains functions that can be used in multiple components. Services are singleton, which means there is only one instance of the service that is shared across all components. They are also injectable, which means you can inject them into any class. You can also use services to perform tasks that are expensive to compute, such as making an API call. Question number 7. What are directives in Angular? Directives are used to manipulate the DOM. There are different types of directives in Angular, and those are component directives, element directives, and attribute directives. An example of a component directive is the ang_for directive. An example of an element directive is the star directive. And an example of an attribute directive is the ang_class directive. Question number 8. What is interpolation in Angular? Interpolation is used to display data in the UI. It is done using double curly braces. For example, if we want to display the value of a variable called name, we will write name in the template. Question number 9. What are pipes in Angular? Pipes are used to transform data before displaying it in the UI. They are similar to filters in Angular JS. We declare pipes with the pipe keyword followed by the name of the pipe. For example, if we want to display the current date, we can write the date pipe. Question number 10. What is change detection in Angular? Change detection is the process of checking the model values to see if they have changed. If the values have changed, the view is updated accordingly. Angular uses to change detection strategies, and those are change detection on push. Change detection strategy determines how often Angular checks the model values to see if they have changed. Question number 11. What are the different ways to create a new component in Angular? You can create a new component using the command line interface or the Angular CLI. You can also create a component manually by creating a class with the decorator. Question number 12. What is routing in Angular? Routing is used to define a map of all routes in the application. Each route maps to a component that is displayed in the router outlet. You can define routes in the app. Routing, TS file. Question number 13. What are the different types of routing in Angular? We have 2 types of routing in Angular, and those are the default routing and the children routing. Default routing is used to define routes for the root component of the application. Children routing is used to define routes for child components. Question number 14. What is a router outlet? A router outlet is a placeholder where the router displays the component that is associated with the current route. Question number 15. What are the lifecycle hooks in Angular? Lifecycle hooks are special functions that are called during the different phases of a component's lifecycle. For example, the AngoNinit hook is called when the component is initialized. The AngoChanges hook is called when the component's inputs change. And the AngDoCheck hook is called on every change detection cycle. Question number 16. What is the purpose of the viewChild decorator? The viewChild decorator is used to get a reference to a child component or a DOM element. It is used by providing a unique identifier to the child component or DOM element. Question number 17. What is the purpose of the ContentChild decorator? The ContentChild decorator is similar to the viewChild decorator. It is also used to get a reference to a child component or a DOM element. However, it gets the first child element that matches the provided selector. Question number 18. What is a form in Angular? A form is used to collect user input. In Angular, a form is created using the Forms module. You can also use reactive forms to create more complex forms. Question number 19. What are the different types of forms in Angular? We have two types of forms in Angular, and those are template-driven forms and reactive forms. Template-driven forms are created using the Forms module. Reactive forms are created using the reactive RxJS. Question number 20. What is HTTP in Angular? HTTP is used to make requests to a server. In Angular, you can use the client class to make HTTP requests. Question number 21. What is the purpose of the Form Builder service? The Form Builder service is used to create reactive forms. It provides a number of helper methods that make it easier to create forms. Question number 22. What is RxJS? RxJS is a library of operators that extend the functionality of observables. Observables are used to handle asynchronous data. RxJS makes it easier to work with observables by providing a variety of operators that can be chained together to create complex data flows. Question number 23. What is the difference between a promise and an observable? A promise is a way to handle a single asynchronous operation. An observable is a way to handle multiple asynchronous operations. Observables are multicast, which means that multiple subscribers can receive the same data. Promises are not multicast, which means that each subscriber receives a new value when the promise resolves. Question number 24. What is the purpose of the tap operator? The tap operator is used to tap into the observable stream. It is used to log the values that are emitted by the observable. Question number 25. What is the purpose of the catcher operator? The catcher operator is used to catch errors that occur during an HTTP request. It is used to return a default value if an error occurs. And that's all for today's video. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, please comment down below. And please subscribe to my channel. Thank you.